Hi, Miss Malady. I'm Gabby Zito, and I'm an account executive with Gartner Incorporated. I would love to chat with you for a few minutes if you had some time.
Sure, I can chat for a few minutes. What can I help you with?
Well, actually, funny story. I ran into my friend Sarah, and she said that she graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and she said that you two used to study together back in the day.
Oh yes, Sarah studied information technology with me. We definitely had a few all-nighters studying together. How's Sarah doing?
Wow, it's honestly such a small world. Sarah's doing great, and she's actually a mom of 3 now.
Wow, that's great. Time flies by so fast.
It sure does. Well, I know that you are on a bit of a time crunch, and I just really wanted to introduce myself to you as I had not gotten the chance to do so since I've been here at Gartner. Here's what I really hope to accomplish today. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and Gartner, ask you a few questions about Blue Bell Federal and your needs, and then also make a brief presentation on how Gartner may be able to help you. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Wonderful. So I see that Blue Bell Federal has been very successful in recent years and that the annual revenue grew by 9% last year and is actually trending upward this year. I was wondering how you and your team are holding up with that growth.
Yes, Blue Bell Federal has been doing wonderful. Recently, I joined the team, but I am excited to see what next year has in store for us. Since I am new to Banking Critical, I'm interested in knowing how Gartner could help us ramp up the projects quickly for the industry's specific perspectives.
Great. Well, if you feel like you could use a little help in completing your projects quickly and efficiently, Gartner could be a great option for you. To tell you a little bit about myself, I've been working for this company for 1.5 years as an account executive, and I've been prospecting into enterprise organizations over 750 million. I really love connecting with people from successful companies and helping them see how beneficial it is to partner with the largest and best research organization worldwide. Here at Gartner, we aim to improve company performance through actionable insights, advice, and tools, not to mention that we are powered by the world's most comprehensive collection of technology research. We truly pride ourselves on being the world's leading information technology research and advisory company, and I'm sure that we can fulfill the desired needs of Blue Bell Federal. We have over 135,000 research documents across 1,375 topics, which pretty much covers anything that you would want to know in the IT world. Not to mention that we can also help your company save money through our cost optimization offerings. Like I said previously, you guys are doing really great things at Blue Bell Federal, but Gartner really offers you in-depth technical research that could provide you with some guidance to ultimately help you execute your IT strategy while also saving time throughout proactive delivery. Would you be willing to discuss further with me?
Yes, that is very interesting. I'm very glad that you decided to give me a call. You have definitely made some great points on how Gartner could be beneficial to Blue Bell Federal. I'll be willing to discuss what you have to offer for me and my team.
Well, that sounds great, Tony. Now, if you don't mind, I would like to go ahead and ask you a few questions.
Sure, go ahead.
So I know that as the CIO of Blue Bell Federal that you must be in charge of overseeing your IT department of your team. Is that correct?
Yes, as a CIO, I'm responsible for the IT department. Our IT department has 27 employees and has 2 teams that are broken up into infrastructure teams that are externally compatibly team. Each team has a manager that reports directly to me.
Well, that sounds like a great team. Now, does your IT team do all of your research for the company?
Yes, our external capability team is responsible for conducting and executing research strategies.
Okay, great. Now, have there ever been times where you or your team have felt kind of like overwhelmed by the workload since you have to conduct and execute all of the research internally?
Yes, now that you have mentioned it, my main goal is to develop my team and provide them with excellent training so that they can be experts in their field. I work with an intern team. I work with interns on my team. They have been having issues recently knowing exactly what to research.
Okay, well, you know, what happens if your team and your interns cannot find that relevant research?
So if we can't find the right research, then we will not be able to execute our strategies to help complete the overall goal. I've talked to the CEO and the rest of the executives and figured out that we are going to solve this issue. Everyone has been trying to keep up in every aspect of the company, so everyone is trying to understand. However, we strive to empower the team, and like I mentioned, I am always working toward improving the performance of my team.
Sure. Well, that totally makes sense. Well, let me ask you this. What kind of research is your team trying to find?
Well, we need to better understand IT efficiencies, where spending and staffing compares to other banks that are similar to the size in Atlanta area.
Gotcha. Well, would you be interested if I could show you how Gartner XP could deliver those additional research tools, which will allow your team to understand IT efficiencies while also making sure that you and your team can successfully execute your IT strategy?
Sure, that would be great. After talking about it, I realize now more than ever that I need help externally to get a bigger plan in action.
Okay, well, wonderful. Let me ask you this now. What big plans are you trying to get into action? And what do you ultimately want to get out of your research?
So my number one goal is to create IT strategy that will help the overall corporation goal to increase profitability by 10% and cutting costs by 4%. To do this, I've been looking at initiating a mobile strategy to improve customer experience.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that sounds like a great plan. The user experience is always very important. But does your team ever struggle to find room in your budget to put this plan into action?
Yes, I have to be able to sell this to the executives, especially since I need to build credibility with my new team.
Well, do you guys already have a cost optimization strategy of some sort in place?
Yes, we currently do.
Okay, great. Well, how has that strategy been going? And have you seen any issues with it since it's been hard to find room in the budget to put your plan into action?
So since you asked, I need to be better understanding of how to create good cost optimization strategies so I could get a buy-in from the rest of the executive team.
Okay, I think I could really help you with that. Also, when do you want to be able to initiate your mobile strategy?
Well, it probably wouldn't be until next year, though I need to begin ramping up the last part of this year.
Okay, cool. Well, that's a realistic time frame. Now, if I could show you how Gartner XP could help you with a cost optimization strategy that would absolutely get your executive team on board while also allowing your team to put your plan of initiating a mobile strategy into place, would you be interested?
Sure, I'm all ears.
Okay, great. Well, to tell you a little bit more about our services, Gartner is the largest and best research organization worldwide. Like I mentioned previously, we have over 135,000 research documents across 1,375 topics, which will definitely make helping your team get the right research of understanding how your spending and staffing compares to competitors in the area. Gartner XP will also be able to set you up with the best research team to make all of this possible. We also have a team of experts and the world's largest repository of IT spending and staffing metrics to baseline spending and adjust for optimized spending and staffing model. Not to mention that with Gartner Executive Partner, we can partner you with the best experts to help you develop personal and professional skills that you can relay back onto your team.
That sounds great.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to go ahead and show you a visual so that you can really understand what we can offer Blue Bell Federal. All right, so here is why I believe that Gartner XP is going to be right for Blue Bell Federal. So we have three main advantages that Gartner has to offer, and it's going to be research and inquiry, service and delivery, and peer networking. Gartner really delivers on its research and inquiry as they provide more depth on more subjects than its competitors, as well as providing advice based on the CIO's needs. As far as service and delivery, Gartner has the most dedicated XP associates and former CIOs and information technology leaders, and they all have real-world experience and they know what it takes to provide great service. Gartner also has the largest CIO network and is the industry leader in events. The combination of member-driven research and inquiry, dedicated service and delivery, and peer networking makes Gartner the best choice for CIOs.
Could you tell me a little bit more about Gardner Executive Partnership? I'm curious to learn how Gardner can help us improve relationships and communication with business leaders.
Well, Tony, I'm very glad that you asked. So with our Gardner Executive Partner, we can definitely help you with improving relationships and communications with other business leaders. In fact, we have over 70 plus networking events annually, which will allow you to do just that. Another benefit of Executive Partner is that you get to partner up with experts who also have 15 to 20 plus years of experience and get to interact with them monthly, where you're able to share your knowledge with your team and then gain additional tools to help and develop and train them, which I know is something that is very important to you. In addition to this, you are able to get advice that is customized and specific for your needs. We know that we can get you the right research, but we can also help you with what you need to do with the research that we provide for you.
Wow, that is fantastic. I love the idea of gaining research and knowledge that can improve and help my team develop.
Great. I thought you might like that. Now, would you like to know a little bit more about our cost optimization and research offerings as well?
Yes, that would be awesome.
Okay, awesome. So I know that we talked a little bit about cost optimization and that it was something that you would be interested in since you need to make room in the budget to get your team on board with all of your plans. But with our cost optimization offerings, we also offer you a self-assessment tool to benchmark for world-class operating in under just 1 hour. We also have a tool that allows you to compare online IT spending and staffing, which I think could be very helpful for your needs of wanting to see how your competitors are spending and staffing in your area. On top of this, we also have a vendor contract review where 15 to 20% of cost savings were shown out of the 3 out of 4 contracts that we reviewed.
Wow, that cost optimization tool is perfect for exactly what I am doing.
Great. Well, lastly, with our research capability from Gartner XP, we can offer you in-depth vertical coverage in 9 industries, including banking, and many research documents that cover all aspects of IT. And we also target our research to specific IT roles, key initiatives, and purchasing decisions. This will allow Blue Bell Federal to save a lot of time and money in research, as we will give you the right information on the right topic, in the right industry, and the right circumstances.
Great, that sounds awesome since I'm new to this baking industry.
Yes, I think it'll be very helpful to you. I know that you've been in this field for a long time and have a lot of expertise, but I think it'll be very helpful as you emerge into your new role at Blue Bell Federal. Now, if you don't mind, I would also like to get into a bit of pricing information.
Sure, yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, well, first I need to know how many direct reports would need Gartner XP.
Well, I have a member from my infrastructure team and external capabilities team that report directly to me that will need Gartner XP.
Okay, good to know. So with that information, the annual cost of using Gartner XP would come out to $80,000. Now the base cost for the CIO is going to be $50,000, and there's also an additional $15,000 added for each of your direct reports. Now, will your CEO need Gartner XP as well?
No, just me and the 2 managers. I can rely all of my information on the CEO.
Okay, sounds good. Now, I also just want to go ahead and let you know that there's going to be a 3% annual increase if you do decide to continue with Gartner for after your first year.
Okay, thank you for letting me know about the increase. I don't know we will need it, but you're right about Gartner's capabilities that it might be possible.
Okay, great. Well, I really think that what we can offer you is going to have a huge impact on your business. Now, Tony, do you have any concerns or questions for me?
Yes, now that you mentioned it, I saw somewhere on the internet that technology companies like Gartner were making huge profits, and that kind of concerns me.
Well, I definitely understand why that would concern you. Thank you for sharing that feedback with me. The internet can honestly be a very overwhelming place to find information, but I can really guarantee you that Gartner is a credible and reliable company to work with. And, we really aim to help companies like Blue Bell Federal achieve their goals, and that's really the most important thing to us. I actually had another CIO who felt the same way that you did. But after he took a chance on Gartner, after hearing kind of those things, he really enjoyed the services that we provided for him, and he was thrilled with the results. And, he told me that he felt like he made the right financial moves for him and his company. I would also be willing to provide you with more customer testimonials if you think that would put your mind at ease about your concern.
I know you can't always trust the information that you find on the internet. Thank you for explaining that to me. It is great to hear that another buyer had similar concerns, that everything worked out at the end. If you don't mind, I would love for you to send over those customer testimonials.
Yeah, of course. Now, what else would you like to address today?
I am new to the organization and I do not feel comfortable bringing on a third party to help me do my job. Bluebell hired me because I am a seasoned CIO.
Yeah, well, I definitely see how it could be concerning to bring on a third party to help you with your role as a CIO, but Gartner XP isn't going to be doing its job for you. It only acts as an aid to help you and your team. Since you're new to the banking industry, it'll be quite helpful to gain those additional insights to help execute your IT strategy. Now, you voiced earlier some of the problems that you've been facing, and I think that I've really shown you how Gartner can eliminate those issues. Gartner XP has the ability to help your overall corporate goal of increasing profitability by 10% while also cutting costs by 4%. And I really believe that if your executive team would be on board with you taking a huge part in making that happen for them. So do you agree that timing really isn't a concern anymore?
That is a great point. I want to make sure that I do my part to make sure our team research is set for this upcoming year.
Okay, great. Well, is there anything else that I could help you with today?
Gabby, thank you for your time and explanations. You have put my mind at ease about all of my concerns. I would not have budget until next year, though. We will be beginning planning in October. Let's revisit this then.
Okay, well, I would love to get you set up with this wise business decision to get with Gartner. Now, is there any specific way that I can reach you and get into contact with you?
So, Gabby, I would have to get my CFO on board because he has veto power. I'm willing to give you my assistant's number so that me or another salesperson can call back at another time. But right now, I don't know what my schedule is looking like for the upcoming weeks. Do you have a pen?
Okay, I understand that. I will be sure to send over the presentation that I prepared for you, as well as some of that financial information so that your CFO can really know all about the benefits of partnering with Gartner. Now I do. Go ahead.
The number is 123-123-1234. I enjoyed hearing all about Gartner, Gabby, and thank you for calling me.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to talking with you again very soon.